What's going on, everybody? It's Craig with Burwell Angling, and actually today I'm a little under the weather, but I am getting better, and I've been having a lot of time to actually go through and watch some videos and do some research. Well, I'm actually researching, just a trip where I can actually go and catch a double-digit bass, and it's super important for me, especially being up north. I don't really get a shot at a true 10-pounder so often. So you do your research, and with social media and the internet nowadays with all the information, I realized that OHIV in Texas is loaded with fish. So I was just doing that research, didn't think much about it. I knew that OHIV had big fish, and then I caught Chris Zaldane and Trey Zaldane's podcast of Belge, and they had Josh Jones on. Well, Josh Jones, everybody knows he's super good at the forward-facing sonar. But when I actually heard his story and how guys are treating him at OHIV, actually blew my mind. Like, we're going to watch the video. I went and actually found the video. It's the largest cast to catch stringer ever caught on video. 61 pounds plus on 5 fish. So it's super crazy. There's a lot of controversy over it. I mean, guys are saying he's using live bait. But I want to show you guys the video that guys are complaining about. In my opinion, they have nothing to complain about. It's all right here. But guys are saying, oh, he was catching bluegill. And if you watch the Belge with Chris and Trey, he actually explains, there was like 200 fish out in this bay, and he goes and he buys 5 bluegill, and come to find out he didn't catch anything because they were all carp. That is a technique that I heard of guys doing. Now remember, this dude is not a tournament angler. He just catches big fish. And after watching that, it just blew my mind how bad guys are, how hard guys are on guys like this. This dude has almost had his whole life ruined. He's actually really advanced Garmin side of it, and then there was a whole deal with Garmin to where, this buyer wouldn't buy if Josh was on their pro staff, which is just crazy that it's like that. And that's why I want to shoot this video. I mean, you guys always hear forward-facing sonars cheating. It took a very, very long time to get to this set. Like, to get to his set of skills, you just don't go out there, buy one, and get on it. He has honed it in. He has perfected it as much as someone can. I mean, there's a lot of them out there. John Sukup's one of them. Patrick Walters is another one. But those guys are very good at forward imaging. But I think a lot of the controversy around this is not necessarily the forward imaging. It's more of the bait and technique. It's actually so simple, it's crazy. We're going to look at that too. So let's jump into the video, and see. I haven't watched it on full screen. I just seen bits and pieces on my phone. So let's check it out, see what this whole thing's about. So I imagine he's on OHIV. No one really says the video, I don't think, says. But you see, he's on the trolling motor. He's looking right now. He is looking. And he'll say that a lot. Don't go right here. See, he sees something. Now watches. Boom, he's hooked up. 61 pounds. 61.37 pounds on 5 fish. It's just crazy. It's crazy. I know guys are going to say, well, why doesn't this guy tournament fish? This doesn't happen all the time. Ben Milliken, awesome content. He's another 6 Sense pro. These guys are really doing pretty good, like bringing the content to you people, and those 2 dudes are legit. I promise you, these Ben and this dude, Josh Jones, are 100% legit.
On a giant 10-pound bass.
So a 940.
Should be.
Right there it is. Right there.
Small profile. 6 Sense braid swim jig.
Okay, so that's what he's using. You see it. It is actually here. Let's let this go.
Braid swim jig.
It's a 6 Sense braid swim jig, but it's a little bit different than other swim jigs than what you're familiar with. As you probably noticed, a couple different things. I just get excited. I mean, this is on full screen now, so let's see what happens here. I mean, he's looking. Now, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this for tournament anglers. Do you think it's cheating? I know it's super boring to watch these guys, but, I mean, it is part of it. This is where the sport's going. See, he's hooked up. See, to me, it looked like he was going forward and then seen something and then reversed and then turned it again and looked at his target, made a cast. So he says it's a big, let's see. Now, when I looked up, I think it said like 2 over 13, 9 over 9 double digits. It's crazy. And 11 over 9 pounds. Let's see.
Look at this. Freaking.
That's why I want to go to OHIV, y'all, right there. If that's where it is. 13 pounds.
Oh my God. That is.
Look at that. Right there. Second fish, the first one was a 940. Second fish is a 1309. Massive fish. Massive fish. I mean, it's super impressive. This dude's just killing it. He's really got these fish understood.
One of the biggest fish of my life.
Oh, yeah.
On a 6 cents braid swim jig.
Oh, my goodness. 6 cents braid swim jig.
Oh my God.
Oh, my God. 2 hours later. Man. Look how slick it is. Sometimes, you know, there is not a cloud in the sky. It is super tough some days to generate a bite. These fish get real skittish. So we'll dig into the swim jig and why I think it works. And, you know, I think the dude's legit. This is that fish pull drag. Oh, I can't wait, guys. We're right around the corner up here. And then I got this funk going on. Hate it. Allergies, eyes watery. Terrible, guys. Gals. Tonsils are actually a little swollen, and the doctor said a little bit of whiskey doesn't hurt. Can't do the whiskey, so maybe just a beer. I don't know if it's going to work. Tastes good, though. Fish number 3.
Would you just look at it?
Divine swim jig right there.
Oh man, I'm throwing it.
Wow.
Throwing that 6 cents swim jig on a Dobbins Ecstasy, 755. I'm shaking.
Right there, guys. If you want to see it, you can order it at Fisherman Central. Go to Fisherman Central. They carry 6 cents products. Go to 6 cents. I know they have a Josh Jones collection. I'll actually share that with you so we can actually look at this jig and how you get them. See, immediately he's back on. I mean, he just caught a 13 pounder. See, he's feeding it line, feeding it line. It is just sometimes the hardest conditions to catch fish is like this right here. I just, This is crazy. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, I've seen this, but just a caliper of fish. And he drives and drives and drives, and idles, I should say. He idles and idles and idles looking for those targets. I've heard in an interview he said, you know, he's fished, caught bass over 80 foot of water. It might have been this podcast with Trake and Chris. They were talking about idling in 80 foot, and then he seen a mark in 40, and when he shut down, that fish rose up into the water column and got in his prop wash, and he cast it back and caught it. It was a giant. Look at it. In the mouth. You can't argue. There's no cut clips. There's like, this is all continuous. Like, watch. There is no cut, no jump cuts, no nothing. It is all straight. Look, he just made the cast.
See it going down at 100.
I just can't believe the comments these guys
Maybe a
are
fight, like it was
leaving
up
on
there,
this
dude.
page, and like the Texas Bass Forum. If you want to see what it's like to be good at something and see how bad people treat you, you know, it's almost comical to see the comments on some of this stuff. I mean, it's just crazy. Live bait fishing. This video, he's live bait fishing right here. Every fish we watch, the live bait he's using falls off. Look, right there's the fish jump. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it is. I doubt it 100%, man. Man, I really do. This dude's legit. He can snatch him up. I'd like to see him fish out on a circuit somewhere. Look at that. Look at that. There it is. That's what I use, Lowrance. If you're interested, have any questions, hit me up. But I really, bass tank, that's all you need to know. You hit the bass tank up, tell them what you want, they will send you everything you need. Jesus Lord.
What is going on, baby?
Look at this. Look at this. 6 cents Divine Swimmer. Let's see if we can get a good shot of it right there. Okay. Alright, before we get back into some of these hogs, let's see
What is
here.
going on, baby? Look at that 6
Right here.
cent swim jig.
Oh, I missed it. Well, here, let me show you guys anyways. As Divine Swim, here's a swim jig, right? Okay, so right here, I got just a regular old handmade swim jig. This is an Old Fart Lures, actually. But this is a swim jig right here. You can see that. There is nothing special with it at all. But we usually will put a trailer on it of some sort, or, you know, something like this right here. I mean, 6 Cents has a huge collection. Like I said, Fisherman Central has a lot of stuff you can get there. They carry the 6 Cents products. They carry Guggen, they carry it all. But that is a different style, just a swim jig, but just with the paddle tail swimmer. And then you have something like this is a little more subtle than something like this. You know, this is something that I use when the water's warm. This is something I use in the springtime more. When the water's cold, it's just a little less action. But those are standard swim jigs that we throw. Boom, boom, boom. Usually white, pumpkin, not too far off. But he is throwing this right here. Just a standard swim jig, no trailer, no nothing. And there's something else different with it. Let's keep watching and we'll get into that. It's super cool. It's definitely different. Okay, here we go again.
Get a weight on this thing.
Okay, so during that podcast, I also heard he getting his dude, guys are on him about, oh, you didn't show the weight of the fish, you didn't do that. Well, you see it go up in the sun. If you're a fisherman and you have weighed a fish in and tried to capture it, you are not weighing your fish like this and then like, oh yeah, did the GoPro get it and all that? No, you want to get the fish back in the water. You try to get the GoPro in the shot, and then sometimes that angle just blacks out your screen where the camera view's bad. So I mean, they try every angle. It just blows my mind. Trolls, guys out there with nothing better to do, it just blows my mind, really, it does. And I see it throughout the whole industry. Guys sometimes don't want other guys to succeed. So, I mean, I don't know if it's true, but like I said, this guy was saying, we're not going to buy our Garmin products if you put him on your pro staff. That's why he's with who he's with now and running Lowrance. It's crazy. It is crazy. And he was on the front lines of Garmin and learning how to operate and do. He had like some of the first stuff. It's crazy how it all happened. It's like he was put in position to do this. 100%. He's just a trophy fish hunter. I mean, he dominated. He did really good in the crappie world too. And for $2,000, you can take one of his classes. And if you're serious about fishing, I mean, it'd be a plus for sure. You'd learn something for sure. There he is, hooked up. Dude, we go right from the one shot to the chesty. I mean, that is clean as it gets. You cannot argue it. I'd be freaking out right now, literally 100%. Like, just in Ohio, we don't get that opportunity a lot. You know, caught some 6s, some 7s, caught some pretty big smallmouth in that range, but, you know, I've never caught that double-digit largemouth, and I'm dying to. It's going to happen. I promise you, it'll happen. I had an opportunity last year at my last event, and I dropped the ball. It was bigger than my 7 I weighed in, so it could have been close.
Oh my God.
Dang, man. Dang, it's impressive. Absolutely impressive.
Dude, is that another 13?
Lord have mercy. 13 pounds.
That might be another 13. That might be another. That might be 3 13 pounders.
Another 13 pounder. Let's see it. What do you guys think? I think it's definitely. Look at that.
That might be another. That might be 3 13 pounders.
3 13 pounders. Dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, right? Put my Kleenexes down there. Here, let me clear that. Man. And that's another thing. Before we get too far, well, we're almost at the end, but with the live scopers, you know, some of the good live scopers only have one unit up front, and you know, that's even like Scott Martin. I think he was running one. Now he's probably got like 4 or 5. I don't know, but at one point, I mean, it seems like some of these guys, one is the best way to go. There he is, hooked up. Right there's the bite. Boom. I mean, it's so clean you can't say he's setting things up. You just can't say that. Like, I will argue that all the way to the bank. It just doesn't work like that, y'all. Someone is not down there with scuba gear doing that. That's what y'all don't understand. It's just not happening like that.
They choked it. Choke City over 8. Man, that swim jig is in its throat.
Wow. So here, that gives us a good view. Let's go back a little bit. We don't get to see much of it, but we get to see some of it. Just called him, buddy, told him to rush over. Just called my buddy, told him to rush over. Let's see what's going on. I wanted to show you the unit, but you guys can see it right there. It's super clear. I mean, it is a super clean image, and that is super important. Make sure, doesn't matter your wire gauge size if you're not getting the right bolts and amps and stuff to the unit in the first place. So make sure you get good quality batteries. In the back of my 7 Rivers Falcon, I run lead acid still, and I run I think they're Intimidators, Deca Intimidators. They're awesome. Just truly love them. I run 2 in parallel.
I'm just going into the abyss and slow reeling
right there
at the bottom.
Right there, super clear screen, and they're getting that because he knows how to set up his boat. He knows how to use it. But the deeper the water and the better the water clarity, the cleaner the picture. I mean, you can look at this one right here and then go look at a Garmin. I mean, Ben Milliken, he does a ton of stuff, and he actually shows the screenshots up in the corner. I mean, you can learn a lot. Johnny Schultz is another one. Fish the Moment. Those dudes really get it done. They teach you a lot.
Yeah, another big one, and I'm looking
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, another 10-pounder.
Another 10-pounder. It's crazy.
Another 10-pounder.
Okay. So here's a little lesson. Let's let him land this fish.
Oh,
But it looks like he was casting to a ledge, like it came off like this. If you know, you can find this video. It's largest fish catch ever by Josh Jones on film. 11 pounds 4 ounces. Unreal. So way the angle he's casting is up there, I imagine. This is cool. And I love watching this stuff, especially, you know, I should be working, obviously, of course, but I don't want to spread the germs to anybody, so I am working. I'm doing what else I love to do, talk fishing. And I wanted to share that, you know, this dude is good no matter what you hear or what you people say. It is legit. He's legit. He can snatch him up. So can Ben Milliken. So can a lot of other YouTubers. There's some very good YouTube fishermen out there. Other than Scott Martin.
Small.
I would say there's others, but Jacob Wheeler's probably the best you're going to get. But hard telling. You never know. This dude catches bigs. Jeez, man. Oh, my God. It just blows my mind. Right there it is, man. Divine swim jig right in the face. Gone. Just throws them back like nothing. Like right there's the bait. Like right there. You seen it right there. Look. It's just down there dangling. Look. It's just a dangler. It's like right. Let me see if I can find it. No, not there. He must have just dropped it straight down. Oh, right there it is. There is nothing on it. It is absolutely crazy that anybody says anything. It's just crazy. It blows me away. It's just a regular swim jig. But there is a difference, and we haven't got there yet. And the difference is what makes everybody think different. But do you think this dude cheated? Or cheats or snags them or whatever you want to say, uses live bait? Do you think he uses live bait? Do you think he snags them? Or do you think he's legit? I bet money on it this dude's legit. And he's not been given that respect. I don't think we have gave credit where credit is due. I think maybe Garmin owes this dude some money, maybe. Maybe Garmin owes him some money. That would be the way I'd go with it. But, hard telling. Looks to me like he's in 10, 20, 30. He's about 25 foot of water.
Maybe
30 foot. Mega chunker.
Come on. Yeah.
See, he calls his buddy to come over. Do you see this fish? This is just absolutely crazy.
Wow.
Wow. Wow, I was right. Wow.
Now. Ugh. His air bladder came out.
No. That happens once a fish comes up from the deep, but if he weighs him real quick and releases him, he'll be okay. Now let's see if he gets a good weight on this one. That's a monster fish.
$11.
$11.79.
No, 11.
Look at them big old bug-eyed beasts, man. Dang.
He was gonna die if I didn't get him back quick. Can you see him go down?
Dude's a hammer. He deserves more respect. We can learn a lot from this dude. Imagine what he'd open up and share with us if we respected him and gave him the respect he deserved. We might share a lot. Maybe not. We're fishermen. You got to keep a little bit to yourself, you know what I mean?
I got literally 3, so don't lose it.
Right there it is.
Cut the
Okay.
Cut the deal off.
So he said, cut the deal off.
Look. Look, this is what I'm catching on.
Forgot to hit. Oh, that's all right. Dude, we already know. Good job. Good video. Congratulations on the largest cast-to-catch stringer ever.
It's like skulls and nines out here, dude.
It's just crazy. Maybe you can see the difference right there. Did you see the difference between the swim jig we have, which is a standard swim jig? And that's what you just seen him throw to his buddy, was a standard swim jig. But he said, cut the deal off.
Well, nah, 839. 839.
Okay, so that's pretty much the end of it. Thanks for watching. Killer video. But I want to also show you guys real quick before I forget what they're talking about, where a lot of controversy lays. Where a lot of controversy lays is actually the weed guard right here. See the weed guard right here? When he said cut the deal off, he said cut that off. So his whole thing is that weed guard just better hookup ratios and stuff, which, you know, I believe that. But at the same time, you got guys on the back end that are saying that weed guard, cutting it off, now you're snagging them. We just watched the video through and through. This dude did not snag one single fish. And they're like 5/16 and 7/16 ounce jigs, just a standard jig. But what happens is you know, you got to watch the Bilge podcast because these dudes did hard work on it, and it's a great show, and there's a lot of information, but it's just pretty much, you know, as this is like a tree or a brush pile, and he's got that swim jig it comes across. It's the subtleties of the swim jig. Like if you've ever fished a swim jig in a hand-tied skirts in certain situations, like a hair jig or a swim jig, they, like a little marabou jig, they flare. They're like, poof, poof. Like, and it's just so subtle, and that's all you need. Sometimes these fish see so much, these great big swim baits, spinner baits, big worms, whatever. This is super natural. It is bite size, and it just looks right down there. I mean, I've caught a lot of fish on swim jigs, but I don't fish swim jigs that deep. Sorry about that. That was old Stuart Arthur, but I'll call you back, Stewie. But that's the whole deal right there, the swim jigs thing, man. So he cuts that off. Like I said, you get them at Fisherman Central. And we can take a quick look here. I got Josh Jones' 6 cents package pulled up. Oh, no, I don't. It's right here, though. Right here. Check it out. Get everything. You can get a lot at Fisherman Central on 6 cents. They carry everything. But if you look at his collection, I wonder if they got... Here, let me see here. I wonder if they got to have his jigs on here somewhere. See, there's the DD bundle. Sold out. So this dude moves the needle. Let's look and see. Oh, right here's the swim jig. Right here, Divine Swim Jig. Chartreuse Flash. Like 3/8 sold out. 7/16, 5/16, 7/16 seems to be like the swim jig that he's doing a lot of the damage on. And it really important when you throw a swim jig is that line tie right there. And I actually like a hand tied skirt with a piece of copper or a real tight skirt, because that just gives me more, it pops. Like when I go and I'm working my rod or you're reeling it real slow, any little subtle movement within a hand tight skirt is going to give more flair and it's going to look natural. But these all have the weed guard on it, but then All of them have the weed guard on it, but that is the thing. If you do any research, they said you gotta cut the weed guard off, and that is a huge deal. So, guys, thanks for watching the video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We're going to get back into having Timmy Reams on. He's coming on today. Later on today, we're actually going to have a podcast, go over that, where he's fishing next year, the new Henny rods, what's happening next year there. A lot of cool things, what's happening this year. I keep saying next year, but it's actually this year. So, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. And like I always say, till next time, good fishing. I'm out.